Shalom, Kahalo Yahweh Bashemel, the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. I'm the brother Yahshua. I'm back with the WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you as well. All right, so we're in the time of missiles, okay? Hypersonic missiles, nuclear missiles, okay? That is the spirit that is on the earth right now. And the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, is putting his spirit into these missiles. The Most High created these missiles, okay? And he's going to tell you right here, Isaiah 54:16, behold, I, it's the Most High, have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, okay? And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy. Right? This is the Most High letting you know that he's the one that put into the minds, right, of these devils to create the atom bomb, the nuclear bomb, the neutron bomb, all of that, right? Going way back to that blacksmith, right? Right here. I have created the blacksmith who blows the coals in the fire, who brings forth an instrument. What does a blacksmith do? He creates weapons. Okay? The Most High created the smith, the blacksmith. He put the blueprint, if you will, in his head to split the atom. Right? And this is talking about those nuclear missiles. Created the spoiler, the waster, to destroy. Okay? Here's further proof right here. This is garments rolled in blood. Okay? Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. That was the ancient way of going into battle. Okay? Close up combat. You march up to the other army, face them, draw weapons, and then go for it. That was the ancient way. But this, meaning World War III, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. Okay? That's talking about those missiles, modern day warfare. Okay? Those missiles. Okay? Now let's go to Joel. Joel 2. Well, this is talking about the day of the Lord. Right, let's read it from the top. Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh. Day of the Lord is about them missiles, about laser beams, is about nuclear explosions. For it is nigh at hand. We're very close. What is the spirit that's on the earth right now? Missiles and nukes. That's all they're talking about in World War III. A day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness. As the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and a strong. See, a great people is talking about many, many missiles, 200 million missiles, or nuclear missiles. A great people and a strong. It's not talking about an army. It's going to seem like it's talking about an army, but it's talking about an army of missiles. There have not been ever the like. Remember garments rolled in blood? That was the ancient way. Neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. They're not going to make weapons like that anymore. After these are all used, all of them are going to be a fire devoureth before them. Okay? That's that nuclear warhead. And behind them, a flame burneth. That's the rocket propelling system, right? That's the delivery system for the warhead. Okay? The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, meaning paradise, Idan, paradise, is beautiful. And behind them a desolate wilderness, yea, and nothing shall escape them. Okay, that's after that warhead clean dissolves everything. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, that's horsepower, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on top of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. As a strong people set in battle array. It's talking about an army, yeah? Jump down to 7. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war, like an army. And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks. Okay, so the Spirit of the Most High is in these missiles to do exactly what they were created for, and none of them will miss their mark. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk every one in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded. Making it seem like they're an army of men, but they're talking about these missiles. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief. Okay? The earth shall quake before them. Okay? It's going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. The heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. All right, so we're going to go to Stephen Banoon here at Israeli News. We're going to let him give the update 14 hours ago. Russia strikes NATO command with what? Hypersonic missiles. They haven't announced it yet, but we are in World War III. All right. Go ahead, Stephen, break it in. So, a bunker buster. NATO command is underground. They shot a hypersonic, which can't be shot down. It's too fast. And it comes so quick that you don't even know that it's been launched, right?
Good afternoon, friends. Steve Banoon here with Israeli News Live, and we have a Greek news, pronews.gr, reporting terrifying impact 130 meters underground from a Russian supersonic Kinzhal missile at NATO Command Center in Ukraine. And they do show video footage of this. It is a Russian report there. Well, I say Russian, it may be Greek instead of Russian, but yeah, appears to be Greek. But at any rate, they're showing the actual strike, the location where it was hit, not what you're seeing on social media for some degree there. It was a supersonic missile traveling over 12,000 miles an hour. When it struck the base there going underground. Russia said they pulled out about 40 people out of the debris thus far. There's believed to be about 300 that were killed, that were buried inside the ground there at this NATO command center.
This was a day ago, all right? To give you some perspective on how things are going over, because they're certainly not going to put this on the television. Not here in Babylon, right? You got to go searching for this kind of thing, right? To understand what's going on over there. And do you think by any stretch that this thing is going to calm down? He just said 300 people, right? And this ain't this, what in the course of a month. This is like the second time that this has happened. So they know where they're at underground, and they can they can touch them. Right? Whenever they want to. And this thing is escalating.
American, Ukrainian troops there that were killed in this particular blast.
American, Ukrainian.
Now, with all that going on there, of course, Russia is stepping up its attacks. They do control the skies over Ukraine to some degree. But then you have other issues that are also taking place.
Where is this on American television? Huh? Where is this? All right. The men of the Lord, we go ferreting things out and put it before you to let you know what's coming. You think this ain't coming to America? Well, it is right now. He said American and Ukrainians are over there dying. What the hell is America doing over there? Right? Sending arms and money
around the country. This was kind of interesting here. And this come from a Ukrainian soldier there as he talks about
I ask him how he copes.
Situation there near the front lines. He said it's scary, and I think about the tens of thousands of dead.
Tens of thousands dead in the course of a year. And it's going to be so many more than that. And this brings to mind the scriptures of the widows that don't have husbands. If tens of thousands of dudes went over there and are already dead, where are all the women, the wives, and the children? Right? That's already jumping off the prophecy page. All right?
Tens of thousands of dead. And of course, he gets very emotional about it, understandably so. People that he would see during the daytime smoking with him, he says, and then by that evening, they're all gone. So, no doubt, a very emotional time for that particular Ukrainian soldier. And now, though, Ukraine is preparing their offensive, their spring offensive back against Russia. They have as you can see, a large number of tanks supplied by the West, by Germany, armored personnel carriers, etc. They're getting ready to launch their offensive against Russia. And quite frankly, I'm sure Russia is very much well where they're all sitting at. There were videos, footages coming out of all these being underground, coming out as well. So as they're preparing the offensive there against Russia, I am sure Russia is prepared to strike back. And so will it just end up being another major bloodbath? Will it just be that Ukrainians end up suffering massive casualties as a result? Only time will tell as far as that goes. Also, too, today, President Trump was officially indicted, and that has brought outrage even from unexpected sources, such in the case here of the.
And this is going to foment a whole different war right here in Babylon the Great. All right, which I went over in my House of Cards video that's right before this. Check that out. So, and I'm gonna keep this short. So let's get the widows, right? What is that? 16 or 15? Slovakia, right here, right? This is Second Ezra 16 and 32, and we'll go ahead and end it. We'll try to keep it as short as we can. And the earth shall be laid waste, the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. Let's talk about them wars. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Did you hear what this guy just said about tens of thousands? Right? And about those guys who smoked with you in the evening, hours later they were dead. It's scary, very scary. And I think about the tens of thousands of dead of his homies, his comrades. Where are their wives? Where are their children? Well, the prophecies are jumping off the page. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Okay? Got it? This is the time that we're in right here. What time? Right? And they haven't even formally announced, right, this. When will they formally, and this is just the beginning of the wars. This is just Eastern Europe right now. You think it's not going to spread? Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past. This is talking about World War II. Second woe is past, And behold, the third woe cometh quickly, meaning they haven't even announced it yet. Right? Remember that card game, I Declare War? Well, you have to declare a war. I declare war, right? Remember war? You got to make a declaration of war. Nobody's come out and said, World War III has commenced. But as you can see, the different theaters of war, you got Eastern Europe, you got Southeast Asia, or the South China Sea, the Korean Peninsula, right? You got what's going on in Syria right now, in the Valley of Yehoshaphat, which is in the Middle East. What's going on down there in Africa? Let's see what's going on in Africa. See, people don't even know. Let's see. Because they won't say anything about the wars in Africa right now. Here you got the president of Kenya mocking the dollar. Where is it? Salaki, bear with me as I find this. He's cold mocking the dollar, saying we're on the side of the BRICS, right? So something's going on there. All right, this guy, he reports on mainly, okay, Ukraine and Russia, but he also reports on whatever's left of the Eritrean war. Let's see, I guess there's not much left. Let's see. Nuclear war simulation with North Korea. Okay. Right here. 2 weeks ago. Eritrea prepares for another war. What is Eritrea? This is the Ethiopian Eritrean war. Okay, this is in Africa proper, on the continent of Africa. Battlefield, Ukraine. Let's see. So when he says they prepare for another war, that means that the last one kind of tapered off, but it's coming back. Because he used to be staunch on what was going on over there. Yeah, apparently it tapered off, but it's coming back according to him. Let's listen to that. Let's see. Paraguay. Lesson in insanity. Yeah, apparently it tapered off a bit, so I need to be a little more staunch. Right here. See, December, this is 3 months ago, Battlefield, Ethiopia. A lot was going on, but it apparently tapered off. Look, Ethiopia, all the way through. So that must have come to some sort of abrupt end. But let's see what this says real quick. Right here, Eritrea. 2 weeks ago, let's hear what he says right here. Of course, a damn commercial. Salakia, bear with me. Bear with me. We're just checking on this, and we're going to go ahead and close. But the point is that battles are everywhere.
Right. Good day, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Military and Foreign Affairs Network. I am your host, the voice of reason. Today, we are continuing our ongoing coverage of the civil war that is taking place inside the former state of Ethiopia, and specifically the ongoing issue of, and just real quickly, we'll do a very, very quick synopsis and debrief over the continued civil war that is ongoing inside the former state of Ethiopia. The fighting continues in Oromia. There is still very much a civil war occurring inside Oromia between the Oromo Liberation Army and the Abiy Ahmed loyalist forces. Additionally, if we go back just a couple of years ago when the Abiy loyalist forces launched its quote unquote law enforcement operation, which was in fact an all out invasion of the Tigray region, the military objectives, the military goals, the political goals of the Abiy loyalist forces was twofold: the destruction of the TPLF and the capture and or the killing of all key leadership figures of the TPLF.
Regime change. Now, who was who was famous for going in and paying one side to attack their whole uh, uh, governmental structure? That would be Babylon the Great, right? So, who's fighting a proxy war right now against Russia, right, in the Ukraine? Who was in that foxhole, that command and control bunker that got busted up by the hypersonic missile? It was the United States and the Ukraine. So in these wars, somebody came in and said, here's some money and weapons. I want you to fight against your own government. And then whoever's in control of that government is somebody else, like possibly Russia, right? Or China. And they're feeding weapons to the government itself, right? And that's how these things work. Anyway, back here, Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe come. It's nothing but war. Okay? The third woe represents World War III. So there's fighting everywhere. There will be fighting on Americans. There's fighting in Israel right now. They got their own civil war going. Civil what? War. All right? So with that, we'll go ahead and close. Just a quick update. We'll see you next week for the World War III Daily Update. We hope that the elect will edify you brothers and few sisters. And with that, we'll say shalom.